Laughter is truly the best medicine. And this is the topic and part of the topic of this week's episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast. I hope you're well and I hope you've had a positive start to the year, depending on when you have listened to this. But regardless, hope today is a good one. Hope this week is a good one. Hope this month's a good one so far. The main thing, again, as always, remember you hold the pen that's writing the script of your life. So make sure to write a good one. Write one to be proud of. Write one that will make you laugh. Write one that will make you proud. Write one that will make you smile. Limit the amount of regrets you can possibly have in your life. That's the objective all the time. So in this particular episode, I want to tackle something that is very important and has grown in importance over the years as the years have gone on. And it's connected to mental health as well as just in general. But mental health is something that's growing in prominence. And thankfully, people are speaking out about it more. People are more aware about it. There's more guys speaking out more about it and looking for help, which is amazing because that was never a thing. It was just a minority, and it's like suicide. Guys vastly outnumber females in the number and percentage of people who are committing suicide. So it speaks volumes. But again, generations have had that men can't speak, can't share. They have to be hard. They have to be, inverted commas, brave, and all this kind of stuff. And it's a weakness to share emotion. So I'm glad to see that the conversation is growing and there's more of it, but it needs to be much, much more. And, so what I'm going to talk about in this particular episode, it's going to be connected to it, but not necessarily people who are only having very tough mental health situations, but just in general in life. Maybe just you're having a bad day. Just you feel you're not okay. You don't even know why you're not okay. It's one of those days. And, what I'm going to share with you will help you, I hope, to bring you up. Because what this is going to be about is how to elevate your mood really, really quickly. How to elevate your mood, your energy, how to improve your emotional state when it goes down too low, which is going to happen at times. And in life's journey, that's what happens. It can be small things, it can be big things. But when you need it, what are the kind of tools you can go to that are going to elevate your mood, your energy, your emotions when most needed? And I'm going to start with laughter. Because laughter is truly the best medicine. And it can be used for many things. If you need to relax, laughter will relax you. Now think about times when you've laughed. Think of the last time you had a serious, hard belly laugh. That could have been with a friend of yours who cracks you up. It could be watching your favorite comedian. It could be watching some comedy show like series or TV show or something like that. It could be watching a reel on Instagram or Facebook or something on TikTok, a funny video, and it cracked you up. You were practically crying, laughing. Think how you felt. You felt amazing, right? In that moment, you felt amazing. You felt elevated. You felt like nothing else matters. You were calm. You were at peace. Whatever had been worrying you or maybe was worrying you at different times in that day was gone in that moment. Now, the key is obviously that when things calm down again, within a couple of minutes, you might be feeling back in the way you were prior to it. But my point is not that laughter will cure things. It can be used as part of a toolbox for when you need it. It's like even if someone gets diagnosed with a disease, right? Like if you get diagnosed with a disease, one, it's your body screaming at you, what the hell are you doing for the past X number of years? It could be last few years or last few decades. You're killing me here, literally. You need to change your habits. So get away firstly from the poor me, why did this happen to me type mentality. You reap what you sow. So what you do today impacts your tomorrow, and your tomorrow is literally tomorrow, next week, next month, 3 months down the road, 10 years down the road. So own that. This is where I take responsibility, which is something I speak of a lot. But one thing that's really important is you speak to yourselves. When you're ill, you speak to yourselves every single day. That's why people literally make themselves sick when they've got a lot of worry, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, surrounded by negative people, consuming lots of negative energy, having lots of negative emotion. They literally make themselves sick. And that's a matter of it's a cold all the way to some serious disease like cancer. So you are creating. So it's very important you talk to yourselves in terms of filling it again with positive stuff, positive energy. Now you can't do that 24/7, but do as much as you can. So if someone gets a disease, I will give them, let's say, like a prescription of different things that I would highly recommend they do that will help them to talk better to themselves and also to counteract whatever it is and get into their body what it needs and get into their mind what it needs to fight the situation and to win, ultimately, hopefully, the situation. Laughter is always one of them. Laughter and getting away from negativity and negative people. So laughter is incredible medicine if you got a disease. Now, you might think that sounds pretty crazy. How is that going to help? trust me, it'll make a difference. Because again, you have to think about it. Every little bit counts. In everything you do in life, every little bit counts. And the more little bits you do, the more that accumulates into something that's actually massive and impactful. So laughter's best medicine for that. If you're having a shitty day and everything's gone wrong in your viewpoint, people have annoyed you, whether you're an employer or an employee, a manager or whatever position you're in, people that you've worked with have annoyed you, have let you down, have let you have to do much more work, have caused stress and worry and anxiety for you, all that kind of stuff. You come in and it's like, you're feeling awful. You're just not feeling good. And the day could completely go awful, even worse, go darker. It's really important for you to do something that's going to elevate you. Like when clients kind of contact me and say, I just don't feel it today, or I'm not in a good mood today, or I didn't do this or I didn't do that. I'll always say pattern interrupt. You need to do something to elevate your mood, elevate your energy, elevate your emotions. Go watch some comedy, watch an Instagram reel, watch TikTok, listen to a comedian, listen to an audio. Like I'd be a big fan of Ricky Gervais, so I would watch a video or I would listen to previous podcasts or something like that. Laughter is the best medicine. You cannot laugh and not feel better. It's impossible. You could have the worst thing going on in your life and something happens that makes you laugh. You've forgotten about it. Think of children, especially babies, and if they start, doing something funny, or especially if they're laughing, you can be in the worst mood ever, you forget it. Dogs are a bit like that too, in terms of just the love that they give their distraction. Same kind of thing. That'd be another thing. If you're having a consistently or persistently bad time, emotionally and mental health wise, I would get a dog. One, it gives you a distraction. Two, it gives you a purpose. It makes you responsible for that dog. And you need to walk the dog, at least feed the dog. And the dog will show you so much love. And it'll be distraction, it'll be good for your mental health. So that'd be another thing. I know we're going off on some tangents here, but it's a podcast that I want to focus on some things for you to help around your mental health, whether it be, as I said, in a moment, a bad hour, or you're going through a very tough, dark time. They all apply. They all help. It's about doing them consistently, like everything. So laughter will help enormously. So use laughter. Okay? Use laughter. When you're feeling life's getting you down and you feel everything's wrong and nothing's going right for you and you're in that excuse mode, blame mode, poor me mode, feeling sorry for yourself mode, all that kind of stuff. Again, you need a pattern interrupt. You need to get up. If you live near the beach, right, and go for a walk on the beach, get the positivity and do it barefoot. Get the positivity into your body of nature's energy in through your feet, walk on the sand, walk on the shore of the water, so the water is coming in, the ocean's hitting you and all negative ions. If you're not near the ocean, but you're near grass, go walk on grass. Same thing, barefoot, get some grounding. And just reflect. Let your brain breathe firstly, and then reflect. And then think of 3 things that you actually have to be grateful for. 3 things. Depending on how dark you are, it may be a struggle initially to think of 1. But once you think of 1, it's easier to think of 2, and then it's easier to think of 3, and so on. Because we all have so much to be grateful for. There's so many people worse off than us. And the ironic thing is, a lot of them are happier than us. This is the problem with the modern world, and especially the Western world. There's so much sadness, there's so much mental health issues, there's so much unhappiness, so much lack of fulfillment, people striving for impossible things that society tells them is what success and happiness are. Whereas a lot of the East, where there's a lot of poverty and people have nothing in some cases, but you're actually happier. Because in some ways they don't know any different, but they get pleasure from the simplest things. That's why some of these things I'm going to say to you, they're so simple. You think, how can they make an impact? But they will. You get pleasure from the simplest things. You get a boost from the simplest things. And a lot of stuff is free that's there that'll help you. And that will boost you, like I said. So laughter is one. You can access that easily for free in many different ways. Do that. You can go walking and have a think about gratitude. And I said, ideally do it barefoot. Exercise in general will always boost you. It is impossible to exercise and not feel better. Now, that could mean you're having a tough day, you're not feeling good, you're stressed, you're feeling a bit down. You go do a workout, go to the gym, go to a trainer, go to a class, group fitness, whatever, home workouts, online videos, 100% you will feel better after. It doesn't have to be a full hour, hour and a half. It could be 10, 15 minutes. Once you exercise, you will feel better. Now, again, depending on what you do afterwards, and if you do stuff that will keep that higher level of emotion and energy up, It may decrease and it could decrease fast, but at least you'll temporarily have that. And like I said, it's cumulative. The main thing is if you're feeling bad most of the day, you do things that make you feel better some of the day, and more today, and more today, and eventually that you're feeling good again. But it comes again from taking action, not feeling sorry for yourself, not poor me, none of that kind of stuff. That only damages your mental health more. You're already in a mental health situation. You doing poor me excuses and blame, that makes it worse. All that dwelling makes it worse. So if you find again you're caught in your own thoughts and you're going darker, you need to pattern interrupt. Like I said, laughter, exercise, grounding, gratitude. Another thing that is very beneficial is getting it out of you. Now, if you're on your own and you've no one you can fully talk to, you don't have a safe space you feel confident in, it might be about a topic or something that you just don't want to even share with anyone, that's fine. If you really don't want to, it's always best to share. Communication is powerful and something we all can do, but depending on how you're feeling about it, at least share with yourself and do it via journaling. Write out what's on your mind. Write out what's bothering you. Let the poison out. Write the poison onto paper. Get it out of you in some form. This is what exercise de-stresses, because it lets out the negative energy out of your body and creates positive energy. Gratitude does the same, because you realize you've a lot to be grateful for, and that creates positive energy. Laughter, again, it's like an explosion inside and lets out a lot of bad energy and creates so much positive energy. Journaling will do the same thing. That's why it's a good habit to journal in general, but especially at times when you're feeling down, you've had a tough day, when you're emotionally drained, energetically drained, or you're in a very dark place on an ongoing basis. Again, it's about creating this light at the end of the tunnel, just having that little chink of light. You know, you may find it hard to believe there is light, but if you just take some small steps forward, you will eventually see a tiny chink of light. That'll give you the belief, okay, maybe there's a bit more light. And you step forward a bit more, and a bit more, and a bit more. Then the light's getting bigger. But it has to start from you taking action. Again, don't just dwell. Don't just stay where you are. Don't allow it to get darker, because you will. Trust me, you'll get darker. No one stays in the same position or level or whatever you want to call it when you're getting down, when you're feeling low, when you're in a negative emotional state. It only gets worse or better. So choose better. You know, be self-aware enough to know when you're getting to that kind of point, and then start doing something about it. Because that's the power that you have. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's damn hard. And especially the darker that you're becoming, and especially the more challenging the life situation that's causing the darkness. But you know what? You still have power. I want you to embrace that power. And I want you to realize it's okay not to feel okay. It'll happen to all of us. I would be seen as a very positive person, and people would expect I'm positive every single day. I have my dark days. Sometimes it's because of something. Sometimes it's been, I don't even know why. I just don't feel it. Just don't have the oomph that day. You know, something wrong, and I'm not firing on all cylinders, and I'm even going a bit dark, and I don't even know why. Sometimes I know why, sometimes I don't know why. But what's really key is I do things that are going to elevate me, even if it's temporarily, but at least little elevations throughout the day are going to make you feel better overall, and next day will be a little bit better. And once you just committed to building on it. So again, I just want to, on this particular podcast, again, all around mental health, which I definitely think I'll do a few on, because it's so important these days. And I know I always speak about mindset anyway, and your mind's control tower and emotions and all these kind of things. But just very specifically some tools for mental health, and I hope it'll help you. So, you know, I want you to take your takeaway from this particular episode of the podcast. It's only a short one, but it could be one of the most impactful ones ever, depending on where you're at. And also you can use these tools anytime in your life. But what you take away is that when you're starting to feel down, low, call it even depressed, you're in darkness, or you're just having a day where you're just not feeling okay, don't even know why, or you're having a day where you're very stressed, or you're very anxious, or people are basically pissing you off, you're feeling overwhelmed because you got too much work, or there's too much stuff you have to get done, you don't know how you're going to get done. Any day that you're experiencing negative emotions and negative energy, I want you to use one of these tools or all of these tools. You got laughter. So someone that makes you laugh and cracks you up, get in contact with them. Or watch something or listen to something or someone who gives you entertainment. Or like I said, something as simple as Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok Reels. I want you to get outside, pattern interrupt, walk out in nature, walk on the grass, or walk in the sand if it's available to you, or better still, walk in the sand with the ocean coming in over your feet. So at the, I don't know what you call it, the shore. I don't know if that's the right word, but basically where the waves are crashing onto the sand. And walk along and concentrate on gratitude. What you got to be grateful for? Think of 3 things, and once you've done that, you can probably think of loads. And I want you to either have someone you can confide in and speak to them and let things out and get the poison out of your body, or write it out in a journal. Just literally data dump what it is you're feeling, why you're feeling it. Just get it all out there, put it onto paper, and it will help. And exercise was the other one. Do some exercise. It could be at home, it could be outside, it could be in the park, it could be in the gym, it could be in classes, it could be a personal trainer, it could be in the gym on your own. It could be so many different possibilities. Do some exercise. Exercise is the best antidepressant that there is. Exercise is the best medicine for your mind that there is. There is nothing better than it. Nothing. So it's really important to use exercise as your tool. And again, it can be free. You don't have to pay for it, because you can just use your body at home or outside or whatever. So I hope you're going to use these things. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts or experiences you want to share, either leave us a comment below this episode if wherever you're watching this allows that to happen, or shoot me a message directly on any of the social medias or the contact page on my website, or a DM of any kind. And I would love to chat to you and help you in any way I can, give you any guidance, or just listen, whatever will help you. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you got something from it. Please share it with anyone you feel it would add value to, which would probably be everybody. If you even share it with one person, I would be delighted, because I can only reach so many people on my own. It's people like yourself who listen, who, if you share it, it helps me to get to more people. And at the end of the day, the algorithm recognizes any engagement, and then it gives more exposure. So you can help me to get these messages out to more people, and those people will feel a positive impact. And then you're part of the solution. You're part of the positive impact. It's where we all can have a positive impact on other people. To be part of the solution to help tackle the mental health epidemic, or there should be a stronger word than that, that's in the world right now. We need to talk more. We need to share more. We need to create more safe spaces. But we also importantly need to embrace and know the tools we can use to tackle mental health. This is Dave Sheehan here, signing off from the Mind Body Health Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Share, leave comments, contact if required, and chat you in the next episode.